Move members be looking good, baby. Okay. I love you. My move goddess.
This is me reviving myself. All right. Welcome back to the Ivy Unleashed podcast. Today's a fun day. We're talking about our favorite thing. Well, one of our favorite things.
Yes. It's up there.
Our business.
Yeah.
Specifically Move with Gold Ivy.
The reason we're talking about move is when you have something that helps people, you got to share it. It's selfish to keep it locked in and keep it to yourself. Move with Gold Ivy is something Brooke and I created a few years ago. And the initial hope for Move was that people that, I thought about myself with little kids at home, kind of feeling trapped in your house and feeling like you have no time to prioritize yourself, your health, especially your mental health. You just feel like you're kind of caged in, and sometimes you're like afraid of germs if it's flu season, and you just like, but you want to look good, you want to feel good. And I'm like, I want something that's inexpensive, you can access on your phone or pull up on your laptop, get in some workouts. And then Brooke and I put our own spin on what that could look like. And what it's become is something that we like to tell people about so they can join and be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not only the timepiece, where are you doing this, but can it work? Can you actually see results? And before we hit play for recording, we were talking about one of our Move members who's seen incredible transformation. And that's just one. And we've had so many awesome stories. Women, one particularly who's had a stroke and is now crushing it in the yoga game. The results people have had from strength training. And we're talking 30 minutes once a week.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
And not even that. Like some people, they also use the library and they do like a 10-minute workout in a day, and they do it a few days a week. Like it's really not a whole lot of time. Like you're saying, I think it's just having something that helps you be consistent, and something that Brooke and I really focus on is behavior change, like the science behind it, like how our brains actually work. And something that, one of the biggest reasons I know Move works for people is that our brain gets bored. Like we get bored of the same thing. And then you want, what's the new way to lose weight? What's the new way to get fit? What's the latest? What's the trend? And what keeps Move able to keep up with that kind of demand is that we're always putting in new things. We're always asking people what they want. We're showing up to live events every week so that it has that newness in it. Because I don't know about you, but like if I'm on a run and there's like a 4-minute song, by minute 3, I need a new song. Like
it also shows that over our attention span as humans is really struggling. And that's just the day and age with social media. But there is something to the brain needs new, it needs novelty.
Yes.
And it needs more than just one thing. When we think about being healthy, we take a holistic view as health coaches. And that's why there's yoga in there, there's strength training, there's food resources, there's mental health resources,
breath work,
so many different things. And I think the biggest piece is the accountability.
Yeah.
You can download any app and I'll show up, but 9 times out of 10, you're forgetting about it. And then you're charged every month and you're like, shit. Whereas you have Andrew and I in this community reaching out to folks. Hey, haven't seen you. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, what do you want? So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while and you want to take your health to that next level, you want to try it out, just come join us for a workout. You don't even have to join live. You can do a pre-recorded workout just to see what it's about.
Yeah.
Dip your toes in, and we promise you may get hooked.
Yeah. I just think women especially need to take care of themselves, and we want to make it as easy as possible for that to happen. The world is just a better place when women are in the best state of their mental health and physical health, when we feel good in our bodies, when we have energy, when we feel like ourselves, when we feel like we have a community of men and women behind us rooting for us. Like, how powerful is that? And that's what we've created in Move. And we want you to experience is that you don't have to do this alone. And a lot of times we feel like we do because we're like ashamed of how we haven't been active or we haven't been prioritizing ourselves. And we want that buffer to be like, don't even think about it. Just come on in. Just join us and have some fun with it. Like, have some fun music rolling. I think too, I personally think yoga can be really intimidating because you feel like you need some skill set to join.
You don't.
You don't. And I just think you have such a gift. And I feel like I say this all the time, but the way that Brooke instructs a yoga practice makes anybody feel just like safe, and like you get a warm hug when you get in there, and there's modifications and ways that anybody can do it. And like, I am the person that needs them most of the time. And it's just so nice to have that type of energy when you're doing something you're kind of unfamiliar with, but is so beneficial for your mental health and your physical health.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Andrea and I once a week we each lead a live session. I lead a 30-minute yoga. Andrea leads a 30-minute strength training. And what's really cool is that both of these types of workouts, you're getting not only physical benefits, but also mental health benefits. Mm-hmm. You're getting the benefit of stress reduction, confidence boost. You're getting the community aspect where you can actually talk to us. So on YouTube, yeah, it's great. You can type in whatever you want, but can you get that real-time feedback?
Yeah.
Can you get the humor and the fun and the banter? Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
So we kind of created what we thought was missing, as does any company. What's actually going to get us to follow through? There's a reason that people like going to the gym. There's a reason that people like going to live classes, because there is that accountability. Mm-hmm. They like having something to show up for. And so how can we remove the barriers while providing that? And it is Move with Gold Ivy. It's as easy as logging on to, think of a dashboard, a web browser that has a discussion board where we're in there talking about goals. We're talking about challenges. People are winning money and prizes for simply showing up for themselves, setting goals, not even achieving the goals, but just doing the work to set them and then learning.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And I think to this day and age of AI and social media, it can feel like you have access to all these things, but are you actually using them? Mm-hmm. And is there this humanity behind it? You know, you follow the people that you feel like you're kind of in their space and living in their world, instead of like the airbrushed vibe of everything looks perfect. It doesn't feel human. Mm-hmm. And I think in Move, what we really like to provide is the banter, is the humor, is the, hey, you said that your son was sick last week. How's he doing? And are you still showing up for yourself? Do you need any encouragement? Do you need, like, what do you need? It feels like there's a human behind it. And that's how Brooke and I want to make it feel, where you're showing up with someone that actually cares that you're there, instead of some other app where you don't really get the accountability and you don't really have that connection. And I think as AI keeps taking over and it keeps becoming this thing, that people are going to miss that. They're going to miss that touch of the human spirit, of the creativity, of the random humor, the random hiccup on something that happens. Like, who knows what's going to happen when you're on a live Zoom? It's hilarious sometimes what happens. And I love it. And I think that's why people keep showing up. And that's why the Zooms keep growing and different people are introducing to themselves at the start of it. It's so cute that they're like becoming buddies.
You also don't have to. Like, you can easily come just to check it out, break that barrier of like, what the heck am I getting myself into? Not have your camera on, don't say anything, just experience it. Yeah. And when you're ready, you can then have your camera on.
You
can
get that
personal touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it may be for you like the recorded workouts and you like going at your own pace. Maybe you need meal planning support. Maybe you're like, I'm really struggling with my mental health and I just need these stress management resources. This is your invitation to just come check it out, see what's possible. There is something for everything. We really pride ourselves in, no matter where you are in your journey, we have resources for you. Mm-hmm. If you've never done a day in your life of strength training, you can still show up to a workout with Andrea. You can have no equipment.
Yep.
If she does a move that you're like, absolutely not, you say, absolutely not. And you do a move that maybe the next one you can do.
Yeah.
And you slowly work up to it. But what you're doing is you're showing up for yourself, and that creates confidence. We go back to behavior change. You start taking these small steps. Today, maybe your small step is just clicking the link in the show notes, learning more. Mm-hmm. Maybe tomorrow you say, all right, there's risk-free. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to join. I'm going to try this out. Maybe you're not ready. You're going to send us a message. You want to learn more. Something we share today just excites you a little, intrigues you.
Yes.
Because there is no doubt that when you move your body, you feel better.
Yeah.
When you do yoga with me, you will feel better. When you strength train with Andrea, you will feel better. And in today's day and age, we can all use to feel a little better.
Yeah. And I just think the elephant in the room too is like, you got to feel good in your body. You know, I'm about to go on this spring break trip. I'm running more. I'm doing more strength training. I'm going to look good. I want to feel good in my body. I want to feel confident. And I think as we age, we're all losing our muscle mass. Mm-hmm. We're all getting more, you know, belly fat because hormones are changing and our bodies shift and change and it doesn't feel great. Mm-hmm. And it's so important that you do something about that. When you have this like calling to press the button and become a member, just do it. Just try it. Like you can cancel at any point. This is not like the long-term game. But I do think when you have a calling to start taking care of yourself, you have to act in that moment. Mm-hmm. You have to act quick because we're telling you right now, you're worth it. You are worth the time and that we're making it as efficient as possible for the time that you do have. And I understand it is not easy when you're driving everywhere. You have a kid that's coming in your room in the middle of the night. You've got kids in all these sports. You're trying to do your job. You're trying to be a good friend. You're trying to show up for your family. Like it's exhausting being a human. Mm-hmm. But if you don't take that time, you're not going to be able to show up for all the things. Or you'll be pissy. You'll feel, you'll show up to the event with all the parents and you'll be insecure in your clothes. Like we want you to feel good. We want you to live this life feeling good in your skin and feeling good in your mental health so that you can show up on fire and excited and confident. And part of that is moving. Mm-hmm. It's strength training. It's getting stronger. It's firming up. It's sculpting. It's slowing down and stretching and getting that mobility. I mean, I used to, when I crossed the road, couldn't turn my neck. I would have to turn my whole body to look back and see if a truck was coming on this country road.
That's aggressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Brooke.
welcome.
I feel like literally just like the neck rolls and then just turning and like lifting my arms in yoga. It's things that I would never do in my workout. I'm going to run fast and I'm going to lift heavy weights, but you're filling my gap. So thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone listening, I want you to listen very, very carefully to what I'm about to say. Andrew and I are extremely confident in our ability to change your life through a lot of things, but specifically strength and yoga. Mm-hmm. And because of this, we know that taking the leap to a membership, to committing, that's scary. That's a big commitment. We value your time, your money, and we want to show you that it can be transformational before you even make that commitment. And so you can join Andrew and I for a free live class if you've never before. Let us know. Send us a message. We will provide you the next live workout we each host so that you can get a little taste of it. Because there is something different between a recorded and a live. Both serve their purpose, and that's why we do them. But we know that committing to a membership, it's a big deal. A lot of people don't want to do it because they know they're going to forget about it. And our goal is that you use this. Mm-hmm. You don't forget about it because that means you're not showing up for you and you're not getting the transformation.
We want a testimonial from you saying, I am so grateful that I did this. And so everything in our power is going to be the second that you come in, that you feel the warmth, that you know where to go, that you have the energy from us, that you know how to get the Zooms. Like everything is so easy once you're in and it will feel like a big warm hug. And then from there, we want you to get the results that you're looking for. And so we'll ask you, what is your availability for live workouts? Is that something you're interested in so that we can make sure that's on the schedule, around your schedule to make that happen? And so we want you to get the results. That's our job. We don't want you just to get in here. We want you to feel like, wow, I'm so glad I bet on myself and I joined something that could really transform both my mental health and my physical health.
There's also something to be said that when you pay for things, you pay attention. That's accountability in itself. If you're paying for a gym membership, you're feeling icky if you're not using it. That money's going to waste. So committing to a membership to $30 a month, which is crazy and not that much for all the value you're getting, may I add, you're showing up because you're putting your money on, your hard-earned money, and you want to get that transformation. You want to get your money's worth.
And so many of our members have said, I feel like I owe you more money for this. This is crazy. Are you guys bumping up your prices? And it's like, well, maybe we will. But at this point, it's $30 a month. Mm-hmm. And we're just trying to pack it full of as much value as possible. And show up authentically in our lives to give you a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
And something Brooke and I are really excited about is that Move is going into businesses. Mm-hmm. So a lot of owners are providing Move for their employees, which is so exciting. A lot of people are sitting at desks all day, or they're standing all day, or they don't take breaks, they don't take lunch breaks. And so whether it's us coming in and leading live workouts, or if it's just giving access to our digital resources like Move, businesses are offering this to their employees. And so we want to make sure that you know this. If you work for a company or you're a decision maker at a company and you would like to bring Move into your business, we're your girls. Let us know. Reach out. We would love to come meet with you and give your employees access to Move.
Yeah, like yesterday I was at a company and we did a 45-minute yoga session that's available to all levels. And we focused primarily on neck and shoulder opening and mobility. We hold so much stress, especially as employees, sitting at a desk typing all day or just sitting in general. Last week, I did a specific hip mobility for that reason. So tailoring it to the employee, thinking about how busy employees are. So many employees provide catered lunches. And so for the price of a catered lunch, you can bring in a workout, whether it be yoga or strength training, or even a lunch and learn, and just have us come talk about the benefits of Move and what we do for our members. Aside from workouts in person, you could go virtual. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm not in Minnesota, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. We can be anywhere. Yeah. So we need your help. If you're listening and you're like, you know what, my company could use this. Yeah. My company really values health. We don't have anything like this. So many wellness platforms that companies are offering their employees. Exercise isn't a piece of it. Mm-hmm. There's coaching, there's nutrition, but exercise is that missing gap that we found. Yes. And we're here to fill it.
Yeah. And what a beautiful way for a company to show their employees they care about them. A lot of times they're trying to figure out, like, what gift should I give my employees, and cost is always, something that they have to consider. And so we try and make it really reasonable for businesses to offer this. Mm-hmm. But it's important for employees to know that their employer cares about them. And what a beautiful way to do that, by giving them resources that make them feel their best.
Yeah. So maybe you're listening today and you're like, I'm ready to take that leap, or I'm going to just try a live workout. I don't even have to put my camera on. We'll just see. Or I'll watch the recording of a live workout. If the time doesn't work for you, that's also an option. Or I'm going to send my manager some information to see if this would work. We provide this podcast to you at no charge. We want to pump as much value to you as possible when it comes to feeling good, and that is our mission. And so our ask is that you take a chance on us. Let us help you, whether it be your business, your employer, or here, or personally, we're here.
Mm-hmm. And check out the links in the show notes. If you want to learn more, you can just click right there, take you right to our Move page. And to wrap it up today, our piece of gold is from Jen Sincero. Of course, we love her. I think we're really calling her in, like she's got to just come to the show. Jen says, you cannot give what you do not have. So if you want to help others, you have to take care of yourself first. This is Gold Ivy signing off.
Check the links in the show notes and let's go, baby. I didn't want to say the normal.
And let's move. Oh, let's say that.
Okay, you say it.
Okay. This is Gold Ivy signing off.
No, I liked what I said.
Oh. And let's move, baby. I think I'm going to run 6 miles today and do upper body.
Wow.
I did yoga with Griffin in my living room last night. I know, like, I remembered things, like, kind of like a flow from doing your yoga so much.